So the Jujutsu Kaisen reactions are coming to an end. So to decide what show I want to do next, I'm going to do a bunch of anime opening reactions and ending reactions. So I can get a little bit of a grasp on what the show is about, and I can gauge excitement for the reaction. So if you want to help decide what show I watch next, just leave a like on the video. I'm going to go off of likes rather than off of views, because people can view things multiple times if they wanted to and things like that. So there's a playlist with all of the reaction videos. Just leave a like on the ones you would like me to react to as the full anime instead of just the openings and the endings. Okay, so Fate Zero. I know the Fate series can be kind of confusing on where to start. I've been told that this is just kind of like a stand-alone story. Maybe after I'm done, I'll do the rest of the Fate stuff. I don't know. I don't really know much about the premise. I know there's like swords and things, because one of the Fates is called like Unlimited Blade Works, and then there's also the meme that is called Unlimited Budget Works, because I know the animation here is supposed to be like top tier. And I know if the show has great animation, openings usually have even better animation, so this better just like blow me away, you know. But like in terms of the actual story, I don't know, so it'd be cool to get into these two openings and endings and try and get a grasp on what's going on. I have a feeling it's kind of like fantasy, but like a bit more like high-tech fantasy, if you get what I mean. Like a lot of magic, and I feel like I've seen maybe a clip of like a fight with this guy who's like red and like a demon. I don't know if that's from this Fate or one of the other Fates or from one of the movies, because there's movies as well. So yeah, let's just get into these and see what I can put together from it. Okay, I've definitely seen her, the blonde girl. So to do with religion, he kind of looks like Spike Spiegel. Okay, I'm seeing this like hand tattoo a lot. Maybe people associated with different groups with the hand tattoos. And she's wearing a glove. Is she like hiding that she's part of a group? And that looks gorgeous, her in her armor transforming. Yeah, I've seen that with a sword and with this like, yeah, all the effects animation is like lightning and fire and things. Fire characters. All the lighting is really good. Kind of hard to see who they're fighting. Like a flashback for that white-haired girl. Oh wow. Was that from her sword strike? Look, a nuke had gone off almost. UFO Table, and it was Lisa singing. Okay, so UFO Table also did Demon Slayer, didn't they? So that makes sense why the animation is so good. Yeah, of course, it looked gorgeous. A few things there that may be to do with the story. So there's people who have like tattoos on their hands, but our main character, she was wearing gloves. So maybe she's like disbanded from one of these groups. Then there was also like she like transforms into this armor and she's got this sword. So it does seem like it's set in the modern day. It doesn't seem like some old fantasy thing, but it seems like it has fantasy elements. So like she's like a knight and she has a sword, but it's like a magical sword, you know what I mean? But then there was some characters with guns as well. She was fighting someone, but I didn't quite see who it was just because of YouTube compression and stuff. Yeah, it looks really cool. Let's get into the second opening and see if I can piece together any more of like the story. Going through like a battlefield and all the swords, yeah. On a tropical beach, it's cutting through different people walking, and he's got that cross, so maybe there's something religious going on here as well. Maybe they're like different cults, but that seemed like almost everyone had that tattoo, so it's like part of the general population. There was almost post-apocalyptic, some of it. There's like an abandoned city.
Oh, like bleeding black or like crying black out their eyes. Everyone seems a bit more serious in this one. Yeah, it's up in modern day because there's like motorbikes and skyscrapers and stuff. Okay, him as a kid and like reaching out a helping hand. Is that a tattoo? Or I thought that was a necklace before. Maybe it's one of these tattoos that they have. So there was this guy who kind of looks like Spike Spiegel that I said. I feel like maybe there's some sort of redemption arc happening for him because there's someone like reaching out a helping hand to him, and we saw him as a kid looking quite sad. So it seems like maybe that is what's happening here, or like that's part of his storyline. And obviously there'll be some other storylines with this main girl, this blonde one. You know, a few flashes of characters, but we can't really gauge much out of it. But it seems like, you know, there's probably different factions and groups based on these tattoos. That's what I'm getting. And there's like some religious imagery here. So maybe each group is a different religion or is associated in some way like that. So yeah, let's see if the ending songs have anything. Okay, so that's the sword. Or is there some sort of history with the knights? And then there's an archer and a spear user, so maybe there's like some sort of mythology here, and this is like something that's passed down, so we'll see the spear user and the archer as well. A broken mask, and then the sword again. Okay, this looks like a gladiator kind of thing with this guy again. Are these people like immortal? He's like a gladiator. This guy looks like he's almost like Egyptian. Are they like immortal and it's set in modern day, but they're like from these different points in history? And like our main girl is like a knight. Is that what's happening here? That's really cool if that's like the setup. That's that mask we saw before. And showing all these battles again. Oh, but she's got a spear there. Maybe she has the sword, the spear, and the arrows. Okay, I feel like I got a bit more there. That sounds like a really fun concept if I'm right about these like people. They're either from different points in history or they're like immortal. That's really cool. It's like different warriors from these different time points. So we had like a Viking. No, it wasn't a Viking. It was like a gladiator guy. We had the guy who was like Egyptian almost, like the background looked Egyptian. That sounds really cool if that's the case. Okay, let's get into the final one and see if I can grasp anything more. Birds flying, look like geese. She like a princess or royalty is like trapped. She seems like very enclosed. She looks almost dead in her eyes. That's kind of what I'm getting. And he's like rescuing her somehow for some reason. Do they have like a relationship? Okay, they've got a kid, I'm assuming. He's crying in her arms for some reason. It seems like their relationship will be a big thing in the show. It seems like they are side characters, but it'll be like a big important plot point. Okay. So the ending was focused on these two characters that obviously were in a relationship. It looked like they had a kid. I don't know if this is like a real relationship in the show, or if this is like looking at what they could have potentially had. Maybe one of them dies or something tragic happens, and this is like a dream we're seeing where it's all a fantasy. I don't know. Could it even be like a backstory where they had a kid? Maybe they lost the kid. We saw the guy crying. That was my kind of instant thought because it showed the kid and then it showed him crying. So there's a lot of potential things this could have been. I still don't have too much of a grasp on like the main concept of the show. Maybe it is these Egyptians and gladiators thing that I thought of. Maybe it's not, but it does seem quite cool and intriguing. Of course, the animation looks great. I imagine all of the fight scenes will be amazing. I just want to know a bit more about the story, and I'm interested, but I don't have enough to like grasp what it is actually about yet. So if you want me to watch this show, leave a like on this video and check out the playlist for all of the other shows so you can see potentially what else I could be doing a full reaction to for the whole anime. So yeah, thanks for watching.